challengers, but one already anxious conservative group set to run this ad in Iowa.
Beto O'Rourke's image crafters say he's Barack Obama, but white. He sure does act like it. Born with a blue blood pedigree, the scion of a prominent family. His father-in-law, a billionaire real estate developer who bankrolled a super PAC to buy Beto a congressional seat.
Politico's Alex Eisenstadt joins me now. He wrote this story. The GOP meddles in Democratic nomination with takedown of O'Rourke. There's the headline. If you haven't read it, go check it out. So, Alex, heck of an ad. Walk us through your reporting.
Well, look, this is part of really a broader deliberation that the Republican Party is going through right now, which is saying, look, Donald Trump's poll numbers aren't exactly where they want them to be right now. So they want to sort of have the party wants to have an influence in terms of helping to pick the Democratic nominee and potentially pick a weaker Democratic nominee. And so what you have the Club for Growth doing here is they're going after Beto O'Rourke. They're targeting this ad towards Democratic voters. And so what's interesting here is that you have a conservative group hitting O'Rourke from the left, aiming to dampen his support among liberal voters.
You also have the head of the Club for Growth, the group behind that ad, who talked with my colleague Casey Hunt last night. I want to play you a little bit of what he had to say.
Why spend money now against Beto O'Rourke?
Well, part of it is to set the table for when he does announce. And we know Beto very well. We ran against him in the Senate race last year. And he's not what he presents himself. The biggest thing he worked on as a city council was to try to bulldoze in a historic Hispanic neighborhood and give the property to his father-in-law to redevelop.
So what is your sense, Alex, in this decision? Was it about going after who they see as the biggest threat? Was it about trying to sort of cut somebody off at the knees before they move on?
Yeah, absolutely. And I talked to Dave McIntosh as well, and I can tell you that they really do see Beto O'Rourke as a serious threat. Before going up with these ads, they did polling in battleground states, and they found O'Rourke only narrowly trailing Donald Trump. And perhaps just as significantly, according to the club's polling, they found that Beto, should he become the nominee, would potentially put Texas in play in a general election for the first time in decades. And so that could really complicate the Republican Party's fortunes in 2020.
You also report